I am not charging. I am stealthing to a vantage point of some sort.
Okay. Well, there you guys are. There is the barn. Okay, Radovan bursts through the door. What about Kia? Right now, she's standing at the back.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway with my quarterstaff.
All right. Position yourself.
Can I just say one thing that's kind of bothering me about the tokens you chose?
What?
The big guy closest to me, is he holding his nipples? It looks like he's kind of doing this. Oh, his fists
they are pretty... Dude, that is funny stuff.
He's like holding his nipples.
Oh my God.
Let's have a look here. Here he is. Let's grow him briefly just so that everybody... Okay, that is actually what he's doing. Radovan.
God.
Where's Radovan's head at?
Oh my God.
Twisting his nipples. Quite possibly.
Those big guys got to do that, All right.
He's getting his jollies off. Okay, we're inside the barn. You can see the three men trying to force themselves upon the young girls, who it looks like we're just in the throes of feeding the hens. So the guy right here in the middle is the same guy that Radovan had the little scuffle with earlier, and the other two are two of his lackeys. Okay, you burst in through the door. You survey what I just explained to you. What are your choices of action? What are you guys going to do?
I'm stealthed outside, kind of to the side, so
Okay.
that if somebody comes out the door, I can backstab them. So I've got a dagger at the ready.
All right, so you're kind of just waiting for an opportunistic attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Radovan, what are you gonna do?
The first thing I'm going to say is get the hell back. That's what I just shout it out loud.
Oh, to them?
To them. I was like, get
They
the hell
turn
out.
to look
Get
at you. The one that you messed with earlier, he says, "Stay out of this, priest. This don't concern you."
Yes, it does. Get back now.
Right. The big hefty one turns and kind of positions himself between you and the rest of the group. Kind of just standing there with his big fist. He's, "I'm not scared of you, priest. I've dealt with your sort before."
All right. Yeah, I want to attack them. I want to attack them.
Okay, initiatives. Let's get some initiative rolls going.
Do I need one since I'm outside, or?
Just so that we know where you are in the ratio or in the melee should it happen.
Cool.
Okay, so we have a Kia on a 9, Racer on a 15. Was that your roll above it, Radovan?
Yeah.
A 12? Yeah. Radovan on a 12. Alrighty. And Kia on a 9. Okie dokie.
This is really nice background music for a bad fight.
Yeah. It's a little too nice.
It's too pleasant. Yeah, we'll switch that up. We'll switch it up from the...
I'm just sitting here. I'm like,
Sunshine and lollipop.
Yes,
Like, wait a minute.
that was kind of... There you go. How's that?
that's better. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The perky
Alrighty.
nipples.
Okay. So, Racer, you would normally be acting first, but you're outside. Radovan, you get to act next.
So the first thing I'm going to do is cast my second level cleric spell, Spiritual Weapon.
Ooh,
I'm going to make a secondary. I'm going to make a weapon in there, a hammer, a cudgel, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm just-
Basically, a spectral cudgel suddenly starts floating in midair.
Ooh.
Kind of scary. Okay.
Cool.
Right. You do that. The big Ophis lunges forward with his huge meat hammers and tries to basically take a huge swing at you, but he misses. Kia, what do you want to do?
Magic missile.
Oh, okay. Straight
Alright.
for the serious stuff. You magic
Yeah.
missiling the big guy in the front?
Yeah.
Okie dokie, go for it.
And
2d4
it'll
plus 2.
with the maximize spell feat.
Oh,
so
okay.
times-
So now maximize. Which maximize spell do you have? Is it the
Huh?
one that does the times 50% on the variable?
times 1.5.
Okay. So, and it's just on the variable, right? So that's just on the D4. Holy crap! So that adds another. That adds another 4. I think depends on which feat you have. Is it check to see? Does it only affect the variable, like the dice that are rolled and not the pluses, or does it affect the pluses as well? Which feat did you get? Yeah,
it's called Maximize Spell, and let me say here.
Quick love.
You should, I just gotta say, Satchmo came up with the great name for this guy.
Okay,
just saying.
And which one is it? Which feat did you say it was called? Which one do you have?
Maximize Spell.
Oh, Maximize Spell. Okay, hold on then. Let me tell you real quick then. I want to double check because there's 2 that are very.
I've never used it.
There's 2 that are very similar, and one of them.
I'm so excited right now.
Maximize Spell. Okay, let's see. All variable numeric effects. Yes, so it only affects the dice that you roll, not the pluses. Okay, that's what I thought. Plus so basically, 4, that adds an additional 4. So you blast this guy, 2 glowing balls of light, slam this guy, 1 on each nipple, for 14 points of damage, and he's lit up like a Christmas tree. Basically, it knocks him flying. He lands on his ass. He's like stunned and barely conscious. He's like, ugh. As soon as that happens, this guy turns around. He's like, what the? And like stands ready to defend himself. This guy over here also, hearing that, spins around and is looking somewhat bewildered. Okay, Radovan.
I'm looking smirk.
So the guy who got the nipster, who got nipped, right?
Yeah, he's alive. He's alive, but he's like on I mean, he's like really badly hurt. I mean, he's burned all over his body. He's like lit up.
So we talked about this off stream. I can't move, and I can move and attack, but my spiritual weapon kind of takes a turn or something.
You have to if you don't move. Basically, you can concentrate on, as long as you can concentrate on your spiritual weapon, it can attack.
Okay, so I want to do that to the guy who said what the, who I tried to kill earlier. Okay. This guy.
Alright, so it basically makes an attack by itself.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and make a dice roll.
Is it the same as what I have?
I believe so. I think it makes an attack just the same as you do.
Alright.
But the damage is different. Right, the spectral hammer swings at him and misses, but it definitely, he's like, huh? Like looks up as he sees this glowing morning star swinging around his head.
Gore, is that a window right beside me?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No. There's a back door, but and there is a window, but it's on the northern end.
Okay.
Okay, so, Kia.
The guy's on the floor, almost unconscious, right?
Yeah, he is not a well man.
Okay, so I don't need to really worry about him.
No.
Alright, I'm going to... Is this the guy that tried to touch me earlier?
Yes.
Then I'm laying that one on him. I'm gonna magic missile, try to do it right in his
Okay, so you're gonna
balls.
Blast him again. Okay, 2d4
blast
plus
his
2.
Balls. Ball blaster.
Wow. Yes.
All magic.
Reading
blow
my
him away.
minds.
For 7, so that's 8, 9 plus 1 more, so it's still 10. Okay,
10.
You blast him. It kind of same thing. I mean, it knocks him flying as well.
Burning balls.
Okay, at this point,
Dude,
this
nice.
guy over here, the other one, he's like,
Blondie.
I didn't want to do this in the first place. And he turns and starts running like deeper into the barn. He's like, he doesn't want anything to do with it. This guy, he says, as he's standing there, now, we can talk about this. We can discuss this. He kind of looks down at his friend. He's like, we didn't mean any harm. We were just trying to have some fun, that's all.
This is what you consider fun?
Well, it was harmless. They didn't mind. local girls, you know, probably used to it. And they're basically crying, sobbing wrecks at this point. The two girls.
I look at Kia and I give her like a, yeah, we gotta take this a step further, and then I move further. I move in towards him.
All right. Oh, there you go.
And I hold up my quarterstaff.
All right. Right. He drops his shield and his sword on the floor. He's like, no, seriously. He says, it's all right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean nothing by it. He says, you're not going to club me to death, are you? I'm an unarmed man.
Actually, I had no intention of clubbing you to death. Raisa, do you have a knife or something sharp?
Raisa's
I'm going to come around the corner.
I shout this out. I shout
okay,
outside.
if you're shouting it, yeah. Okay.
I will come around the corner.
I say,
with your
like
nasty
this?
pointy dagger.
Dagger will be great. You, sir, drop trowel. Let's go.
Okay, so you're going to, like, frog march him out of here?
Oh, no, I'm castrating him. I'm taking his...
I knew this is where it was going.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
This is Cuthbert, man. He wanted to have his way. It was against the law. I'm taking him... I'm stripping him of that privilege.
That
Okay.
was so like, oh no, I'm castrating him. Like,
It was so just, you know... Alrighty,
So I'm going to pass this to Radovan.
Thank you.
Right. So you're going to grab hold of him and attempt to castrate him.
That's my plan.
Okay, as soon as you can, he's like just looking at you like this, and then when he suddenly acknowledges, he's like, no, and he starts to try to back away from you.
Hey, I'm having fun. No one's gonna be harmed.
Dana
It's all
Vanna
good.
just followed us.
sorry, I accidentally unfollowed.
She was so surprised at the castration. She was just like, unfollow.
Unbelievable.
Janavana!
Wow. Okay.
I go, Radovan.
Right. You'll have to
need to do
basically
that.
dive on the guy because he's not going to voluntarily let you do it for sure.
Of course.
Why
So
don't we just tie up this guy naked and leave him here to die? That's pretty embarrassing.
that's all you want to do?
I'm totally down with this.
Seems so cruel.
So
Do you really want to go down to the level of like orcs and killers and? Well, okay, we're
Well,
killers.
You wanted to
But-
leave him to die. He
You
wants to
killed
make him
in
live with what he
self-defense,
did.
but you're not like.
Just let him suffer.
Yeah, cut off his...
So I stop and I look at the farmer's daughters, right? And I say, what would you like us to do? That's what I ask.
The youngest one is just crying and she's not able to answer. She's just and the biggest one, she goes, "Murder the bastard!"
Murder.
Straw pull.
Well, there's plenty of straw laying around. Long straw we castrate him, short straw he lives.
Castrate.
Kid, you really want to just strip him naked and leave him there embarrassed
Raisa
after what
and
he
Kia,
did to you?
both of you make a listening check, please, because you guys are still in the doorway.
Nah.
Oh, well, I already posted it. Okay, listening check.
8.
Okay, and
Hold
Kia.
on. 16.
Okay, Kia, you can hear what sounds like rustling footsteps coming from the right. And suddenly you notice like a guy suddenly bursts out from behind the barn and is running for it. The other guy. He kind of snuck out the back door.
Ooh, tell me, I have a bow.
Oh, 7 to 1 vote, and that was my vote. Everybody wants him castrated.
It's like a thumbs up, thumbs down kind of gladiatorial thing.
I'm Caesar.
Are you gonna tell me that the guy's running? Kith?
Kia, yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
you're gonna nudge Teresa.
I'm gonna swing around, bow at the ready.
Okay. So Racer's gonna shoot this guy as he runs, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, I'm going to not go for a lethal shot. I want to be able to, like, basically kidnap him and bring him back.
Well, I mean, it's going to be
Like, I wanna
hard,
go for,
hard
like,
to do with a bow.
An ankle, like, I'm not heading for, like, shooting for his upper half. I'm shooting for his lower half, like his leg or calf or something.
Okay. So then it's a called shot, so you'll be at -4. So, let's see. Racer.
Is he in point blank?
Right now, yes, just. This shot he will be. After that, he won't be.
So it's a -4, so I'm at +2 instead of +6. 15.
Okay, yep, you hit him as he runs, hitting him in the leg. Roll your damage, d6.
Damn.
4.
All right, yeah, the arrow basically slams straight into his leg, and he trips and stumbles and falls over on the floor.
Awesome.
Okay, I mean, he's going to get up and start trying to scrabble off again unless somebody jumps on him.
Well, I'll run at him.
10 to 1.
Okay.
I'll run at him with my rope and try and tie him up.
Okie dokie, so you're charging this guy to do that. Okay, Radovan, inside.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I am going to try to tackle him to do my priestly duty.
Okay, go ahead. Make an attack, a grapple.
So a grapple...
Basically, it is your...
Is that what priests do?
My grapple's 4, but my base... So it's... My grapple's better than my base attack, apparently.
Well, your base attack... your grapple is based off of your base, but it's... Because you've got your strength bonus of 2.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be the same.
Oh, so... Right.
Just the damage won't be there.
1d20 plus 4, right?
Yeah. 16. Okay, let's see if he can... Nope. Okay, you dive on this guy, pinning him to the floor. He doesn't have any weapons in his hands, so... Alright, so you're holding him down, but it's going to be very hard for you to castrate him and pin him.
Well, I don't want to ask for help.
Punch him in the head, knock him out.
I got to attack him. I mean, I got to try to knock him out.
I'm not helping you.
Okay.
Because it's...
So you're basically you're gonna try to subdue this guy.
You're gonna have to handle his thing.
Well, I mean, under the circumstances, he's pinned to the floor. He's already seriously intimidated. It's not hard for you to bash this guy upside the head and render him unconscious. So you succeed in doing that. Okay. One of the girls comes over and kicks him in the ribs as hard as she can.
Get out. Go. Leave.
Okay.
Please.
You don't have to tell him twice. She grabs her sister and runs out the door.
Okay. I'm gonna go outside too and turn away.
Okay.
Come help me.
Okay. Meanwhile, Racer is hog tying the other one over here. Alright. So yeah, he's unconscious. What do you want to do now?
I'm gonna do it. Just do it.
Oh my gosh.
So Radovan, using Kia's knife,
my knife.
Racer's knife administers swift sexual predator justice to this man. Do you wish to heal the wound, or are you just going to leave him to bleed to death?
Can I bandage it up? Well, no, I could heal the wound, right? And then...
Yeah.
It'll still not
you can
be
heal the damage. He'll be minus tackle, but...
All right.
He won't bleed to death is the point.
Yeah, I'm going to heal him up.
As he's doing that, I want to drag Blondie back into the barn to ask Radovan what we should do with him.
That's your call, guys. Like, I did my thing, literally, so...
Right, so
I'm doing a light heal. Oh, well,
you did his thing, literally.
I did his thing, but I heal it up so Okay.
Go ahead. What spell are you using? Just a cure light, or
just a cure light wounds? Yeah.
A D8 plus 3.
Oh, plus 3. Well, I did plus 2, and it was.
Oh well,
big.
Yeah. You basically he has the damaged area is no longer wounded, but it is minus some parts. So,
yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm not happy with myself, guys. Just so you know, I look very sour and I look very unhappy, and I just, I turn away and I walk out the door. I don't even acknowledge the other guy because I'm just like.
Right. Well, this guy here is barely alive. This guy here is still unconscious, and you've got Blondie over here tied up with an arrow in the. He used to be an adventurer till he took an arrow in the knee. So, yeah. What do you want to do with this guy?
Ladies.
I'm gonna confer with them and say, what are we gonna do with him? We want to take him for justice, or?
Ugh, I don't care. I am not staying in here.
I think strip this guy naked and tie him up next to the other motherfuckers. Message received, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean. She's too much of a doofus. He's blonde. Just like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Tie him up tie him up inside the horse cage there.
Yeah, let the horse have his way with him,
All right.
Okay, so you tie these guys up.
Looting.
Okay, so you're gonna rob them as well.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, hey, you've gone this far.
You know what?
We are so mean.
Raisa believes that it's justified.
Well, you know,
Even after you cut off someone's junk, it's still justified.
Well, you know, I mean, call it a fine, I guess, huh? It's additional penance for what they've done. Alrighty. Okay, so Racer, you're going to search through both of these guys' pockets?
Absolutely.
Alright. There is 14 gold pieces in the ringleader's pocket, and 12 silver, and the nipple fetish guy has got 7 gold and 8 copper.
Okay, and what about Blondie?
Blondie has got 3 gold and 5 silver.
Cool. That's it? Nothing cool?
Well, I mean, other than
you got his jewels. You want, you can you can have them.
No, those are all yours.
No, I just throw these, I just throw them aside. I don't care.
Right at this point, a burly-looking guy carrying a rake comes charging up to you. What the bloody hell's going on here?
Justice, sir. Relax. Your daughters are fine.
He goes, oh, I heard what was going on, all right. And he looks in through the door. He goes, is that then?
What's left of them, yes.
Right, he kind of walks over to the one that you've got tied up and rears back with his rake.
I think it's time for us to leave.
Yeah, ladies, let's go. Let's get the hell out.
He's like, why, I order. He goes, still. He goes, where are you lot going? You haven't given me a chance to say thank you yet.
Oh, well, we thought you wanted to
have your own. First. Yeah.
He says, nope. He goes,
your own party.
This one here, he says, probably do good justice if you would drag him with you and hand him into the watch at Scarrow. Let him know what went on. Yes, of course, if you leave him here, who knows what might happen to him.
The choice is yours, sir. Our lips are sealed.
Yeah, it's not really Scarrow's business about these guys. It's whatever
we are under their jurisdiction, technically.
Do they enforce the law in your barn often? Ever?
Well,
that matter?
Never had an incident like this before. The bloody travelling folk that come through here. Well, we don't like them coming down to the farm, always up to no good, causing problems.
They tried to hurt your daughters.
He says, I know that. He said, so if you leave it down to me, well, if they're never found.
I'm just gonna shrug, and this is a problem because...
Oh, he doesn't care.
Let's get out of here.
Honestly, I think it's your call, and while you might be under their jurisdiction, the offense was done to your family, and...
Eye for an eye, justice. I like that. I can accept that.
So, I respect... I mean, we will not mention what you choose to do with these guys. We have your back, no matter what happens, and I hope your daughters realize that, too.
Alrighty. He says, well, before you go, he said, if you'd like some supplies and anything, be over to the farmhouse. The missus will be sure to take care of you.
You got more buns?
Oh, absolutely. And more of that beer if you want some.
I'm sold. I need to drink tonight away.
You did something very unmentionable today, Redman.
Let's never speak of it again, guys.
Unmentionable.
I'm going to bring it up whenever you're mad at me.
You dealt with somebody's unmentionables. Okay.
As we walk back to wherever we go, I'm going to give each of them 8 gold pieces.
Thank you.
Alrighty, you have money.
I found this on them, guys, and Radvan, can I grab my dagger back, please, darling?
Well, you're going to have to clean it, and I hand it back.
Yeah.
I'm just going to, rub it in the grass.
Clean it off, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so after you have dealt with them, you go back to the caravan. Boris kind of comes over. He says, well, what happened then?
Well, you just got us now. We'll protect you.
Oh, well, fair enough. Didn't really like their sort anyway. Seemed untrustworthy. Yes. And I apologize for the incident that happened earlier. You must understand, I realize now that it probably wasn't your doing, but I can't be having no infighting in the caravan. It's just not good for morale.
Well, listen, sir. You need to fix your shit. Pay for lack of better word. Your nonchalance in this incident really makes me not give a crap about you and your caravan.
We're simple merchants. They're armed thugs. What are we supposed to do?
No, they're not armed anymore.
He says, well, quite. But it was definitely something more along your line of work than mine. I think you'll agree. After all, you are a priest of St. Cuthbert, and if they were doing something, morally unjust or against the law in your place...
You're lucky we came along, alright?
You know what they were doing.
You didn't even go... You didn't even call... You outnumber them, right? I mean, look at how many people are here. A simple mob would have been enough to stop them from doing their thing and gotten justice.
He said, well, maybe, but you try getting this lot to do anything.
Well, then what good is your caravan with guards if they don't do anything?
This is where the guards. We don't have any guards. They were the guards. We only hire mercenaries.
Fair enough. Now we're your guards. All right?
Well, I thank you nonetheless. And while you didn't actually protect the caravan physically, you did at least protect it morally, so I'll throw a couple of extra gold your way at the end of the journey to say thank you.
Thank you. That'll be fine.
Alrighty. You guys want to do anything else the rest of the evening, or?
Did we get anything from the farmhouse?
Did you go by the farmhouse and get supplies, or did you just leave it?
I would have liked to have, because Radvan needed his warm buns, and...
and beer.
Okay, so you basically went and got yourself a basket of buns and a full flagon of beer. Okay, cool. Right, so yeah, you guys have got that.
Alright.
Alrighty. Well, yep. I mean, other than the unpleasant incident that happened earlier this evening, nothing else really happens. The next day, you leave the farm behind you and continue on your way towards Scarrow. You travel through the hillside. On this pleasant summer's day, the rolling green hills dotted with wild flowers seem so peaceful and tranquil. By evening, the hills are behind you, and to your left, set way back off the road. As we're about here. Way back off the road, you can see on the horizon the vast expanse of the woodlands. This would be the Forest of Scarrow. The road begins to veer slowly northwestward, taking you closer to the forest. As the night begins to move in, once again you hear the loud voice of Boris calling his caravan to a halt and setting up camp once more for the night.
Trees? Don't think so, right?
Kind of right here in the open. But they just didn't seem to want to they didn't want to get closer to the forest this evening, so... the talk amongst the caravan seems to be that you should arrive in Scarrow probably by late afternoon tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, just rest.
Alright, well...
Nothing's going on.
As we're falling asleep, I'm going to say... Radovan, remember that one time at the barn when you cut someone's balls off and then just fall asleep?
That was awesome. Just subtle reminder. She's not gonna let you live that down.
No, that is the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened.
Remember that? Oh, you're sleeping already, right?
Yeah, I'm already.
So I just talk at you and I say, "Remember that time Cal got stuck by a spider web?" And then I'm like, "Damn it, she didn't hear me."
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
Alrighty.
Good night.
Well, you all get a pretty good night's rest. It's the 4th day on the road now, and you are beginning to feel a little travel weary. Today, the promise is that you should make it to Scarrow by late afternoon. The weather today is once again pleasant and clear. This at least helps your spirits, and by mid-morning you can see the huge pine forest expanse that is the Forest of Scarrow to your left. You look onwards. An estimate it must cover some 50 to 100 square miles at least, and is probably home to all kinds of creatures, both natural and possibly unnatural. Later that afternoon, you can see ahead of you a large expanse of water and a town that is nestled between the forest and the banks of the huge lake. This would be Lake Scarrowmere. As your cart trundles into Scarrow, you are aware of a tall wooden palisade wall that runs along the town's northwestern edge, offering a barrier between the forest and the town itself. Green-clothed militiamen patrol the palisade, and a tall watchtower can be seen upon the wall at a more central point. The town itself is made up of well-constructed and sturdy wooden buildings. Advanced architecture was clearly deployed here when these were built, and there is great detail and care taken in even the smallest details, from the carvings upon the shutters to the trimmings around the doors and windows. Okay, your caravan passes by a lumber mill to the left of the road, a large, elaborate inn to the right. It eventually turns down a side road to the right and travels down past the town's smithy towards the lake and the dock area. Finally, it comes to rest at the edge of the docks and two large warehouses. Forrest comes to you and offers his hand in thanks.
Well, I appreciate your services, my friends, but I do believe I owe you 10 gold pieces each.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We didn't really enjoy our time, but thanks for letting us come, I guess.
Well, you know, I understand that there were some unpleasant things going on, but, you know, at least we managed to take care of those issues as best we could. Well, I recommend that you possibly go and rest yourselves down there at the inn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He said it's a splendid inn, and I recommend you make your way back there and sample some of the smoked whistler, freshly caught this morning, I'd be sure. And that's to die for. And that corn mash whiskey that they brew here ain't bad either. Glancing at you ladies, he says, oh, and the nettled wine is quite pleasant. I might see you there myself later this evening. And with that, he goes back to attending his caravan. Okay, so here you guys are.
Should we do like a break?
That is exactly what we're going to do, yep.
I love you, man.
You need a pee.
It's all the whiskey, man.
Alrighty, we are going to take a quick break.